So here we go. Welcome, family. Welcome. So happy to be with you live this morning. Yesterday was recorded, and I did that for a reason because at 7 a.m. yesterday morning, I was still on a flight on Emirates, returning from Dubai to Miami, and I had to fulfill my commitment to every day bring you A Course in Miracles, no matter what, for 365 days. Commitment fulfilled because I recorded it before I left. And I left 3 a.m. in the morning on Monday the 2nd, which would have been yesterday. And I recorded it and said, I've got to get this done. And absolutely fulfill the commitment. That's what we're doing. We're fulfilling our commitment for 365 days straight. You can catch it on 4 places. All of them are linked below the YouTube vid. And the 4 places are, of course, Clubhouse. Hold on, I'm going to just do a couple of things here on Clubhouse. You can find them on Clubhouse. You can find us on YouTube at the Valerie Love YouTube channel. You can find us on the Christian Witches YouTube channel. And you can find us on the Reverend Valerie Love Facebook fan page. Let's get into it. Deep breath. I'm touching the phone over here because I'm looking to be sure we're on with Clubhouse. That's what I'm looking at over here. This is the phone, the device right here. And we're making sure that everyone is connected and we are good to go. Let's have a deep breath. Deep breath, clear the mind. Clear the mind, clear the mind. Clear your mind. Clear your mind. Awaken your divine powers to a whole new level. We all are activating our divine powers in this powerful year of 222 of quantum manifestation and quantum leaps. This 222 is an angel number. And even if you're watching this video far after 222, know that right now, as you tap into this energy right here and right now, you are also tapping into the infinite 222 energy, which is beyond time and space. Clear the mind. We are in a season of forgiving. We have heard from the Course the last couple of days that forgiveness offers everything we want. Therefore, we are choosing to clear our minds and be clear, clean, light, and free in heart, mind, and spirit and body. Breathing deeply, we prepare to receive what we already know from A Course in Miracles, allowing it to resonate deep within and to awaken ancient energies that have been lying dormant. We already know everything we receive from A Course in Miracles. We're here to remember. Deep breath. Now, we open our eyes and prepare to receive Course in Miracles Lesson 123, followed by our meditation. Screen share. God morning, family. God morning. I'm so happy to be with you live. So happy. Lesson 123. I thank my Father for his gifts to me. Today, we're in a mood of thanksgiving, that we thank the universe for all its gifts to us. Today, let us be thankful. We've done a lot. We've done a lot over these last few months. Today, we're going to be thankful. We have come to gentler paths and to smoother roads. We need to be thankful. There is no thought of turning back. You can't turn back now. You cannot go back to the person you were on December 31st, 2021, before we began our absolutely mind-blowing, jaw-dropping commitment to be together every day for 365 days, starting on January 1st, 2022, and completing on December 31st, 2022. We made a commitment to each other. We made a promise. We made a pact. Now you can't turn back. You can't be the person you were before we came together and did what we've been doing for the last 123 days. And no implacable resistance to the truth. There is no longer this resistance to the truth that comes up and tries to keep us stuck. That's gone. A bit of wavering remains. Maybe we're still wavering from time to time. Some small objections and a little hesitance. Maybe you have some objections. I don't feel like doing it. And maybe a little hesitance. Would this really work for me? But you can well be grateful for your gains, which are far greater than you realize. That your gains in consciousness, in ascension, are far greater than you may even realize in this very moment. In only 123 days, you can change the entire trajectory of your whole life. That's what we did in 123 days. And it doesn't matter if you haven't been here for the whole 123 days. Maybe you're here for one day. Maybe you're here for 123 days. And anywhere in between, it's all good. You are in the current now. You're in the river. You're in the stream with all of us. This is a stream of consciousness that is moving up. A day devoted now to gratitude. We're going to devote today to gratitude. Remember, devote, to give something to. You're giving this day to a specific purpose. You're not just wandering around unintentional. We had some incredible experiences at the Quantum Leap Dubai retreat that remind us, if you don't have an intention going into something, you will become part of someone else's intention. What is your intention? Well, the course gave us a clear intention today that today is devoted to gratitude. Today, I'm all about gratitude. Today, I'm all about thanksgiving to the universe. Today, I'm all about thankfulness. A day devoted now to gratitude will add the benefit of some insight into the real extent of all the gains which you have made, the gifts you have received. So what is going to happen today as we devote this day to gratitude? What's going to happen? Like, what's the point? There's something in our mind is going to ask, well, why? Why should I do that? I can just chill. I can just do nothing. Doing nothing is good too. We're going to devote today to gratitude because it will add the benefit of insight into the real extent of all the gains which you have made, the gifts you have received, that once you go deep into gratitude, you are going to see and understand what you have received. I want that. I want to see everything I've received. Be glad today in loving thankfulness. Your Father has not left you to yourself, nor let you wander in the dark alone. You've never been alone. You've never been left to wander by yourself. God is with you at all times, no matter what. God, Goddess, I am, is all there is. There's nothing else. It's best you tell your mind the truth right now and stick to it. Be grateful. He has saved you from the self you made. Be grateful. He has saved you from the self you thought you made to take the place of him and his creation. We made up a little self is what it's saying. And we've been told many times that we made up a little self. We made up a weak self. We made up a lack and limitation self that can't afford to do things. Fuck that shit. Stop telling yourself that. It's a big old story. I looked around at all the incredible beings at Quantum Leap Dubai, and I knew so many more incredible beings would be there if they just weren't telling themselves a story. That is the only reason, if you heard about Quantum Leap Dubai and you knew it was a yes for you and you were not there, the only reason you were not there, permit me to please be your big sister, your auntie, and just tell you the truth, because you have a bullshit story running in your mind that is limiting you. That's all. And the ones who did met their bullshit story. It doesn't mean we don't have bullshit stories, because we saw them when the resistance came up. Oh, damn. Well, I believe I can be stopped, because right now it looks like I'm being stopped. No, that's a bullshit story, because I made up a bullshit story about a little self. The Course tells us that be grateful that God has saved you from the self, small s self, you thought you made. You thought you made up an alternate identity to being source, being God. We have so made up a tiny, sinful little person walking around on the earth that is limited to a body that is simply here to get sick and get old and have some kids and go to work until you don't have any more energy and then die. And that's the end of you. And then maybe if you do some great things, we'll put your name in some books or we'll make some monuments for you. But that's the end of you. We made that shit up. We made that up. We made up a little false self. And the Course says, you thought you made. Why did we make it? Take the place of him and his creation. You thought you made it to take the place of self. True self, source. We thought we could make up a little identity that would replace the infinite, all-knowing, all-wise, all-powerful being that you are, that can never be in lack of limitation. It's impossible. Yeah, we did make up. We thought we made up an alter ego. And now it's running the show. How many times and for how many years did I let the little self I made up, that I thought I was making up to replace the real infinite's true self, capital S self, the infinite self? All magical systems tell you that you're more than a body. All spiritual systems and traditions tell you you're more than a body. Oh, but we thought we were just a body. Well, be glad we got saved from that. We got saved. It says, be grateful he has saved you from the self you thought you made to take the place of him and his creation. Be glad that we have been set. I'm so glad I was saved from that bullshit story I made up about myself and other people, that we were weak. Oh, I understand you can't do it. Rather go into the hospital, rather than saying to your friend, pick up your cot and walk. Oh, look at you. You'll get better soon. You'll get better soon. You're well right now. As a matter of fact, we are so invested in the sinful self. I'll tell you how invested we are in the sinful self. Here's how invested we are in the sinful little self and don't want to let it go. That if you go to a place where I was raised up in the Christian experience, if you go to any Christian experience and you proclaim that you are God, one and one with source, they will probably, since they no longer have the options to burn you at the stake as a heretic, or it wouldn't be suitable in society now for them to torture you like they did during the Inquisition in the Middle Ages and the Dark Ages. Right now, they would just, it would be a clutch the pearls moment, blasphemy, and then you would have to deal with not just the persecution of your body, you would have to endure some kind of emotional insults from the people who have so convinced themselves that they are sinful little human beings that need a savior, that they are crying out to day and night and looking to heaven to please save them, rather than assume your full identity as the divine being and representation, a representation of source energy on the planet. Rather than be your true self, you'd rather be a little self. Give him thanks today. Whew. How much thanks do I have for rescuing me from the bullshit I made up? Now just Meditate on that for a moment. You have been rescued from everything you thought was true about you and the little self. You can get sick, you're rescued from that. You can't get sick. You can catch some kind of disease from something that's floating around in the air. You can't catch jack from anywhere. You're an infinite divine being. Oh, you can be killed by someone. Anything can happen. This is not a random universe. Oh my God, somebody can kill you, somebody can attack you. Nope, give up all your beliefs and attack. I dwell in the secret place of the Most High, safe under the opinions of the Almighty. No one and nothing can touch your true divine self. Give him thanks today. Give thanks to the universe that has saved us from all of our faulty, tiny, limited lies about ourselves. Huh. I don't know about you. I'm very grateful. I am giving thanks. I am giving vast appreciation and thanks in this moment and forevermore. Let me pour out appreciation for all I have received. Give thanks that he has not abandoned you and that his love forever will remain shining on you forever without change. It said the love of God is enduring and we are held up by the everlasting arms. It says in the word, for I have loved you with an everlasting love. That's what it says in the Bible. It says, I have loved you with an everlasting love. God's love is forever. It doesn't wax and wane. Like your little bullshit relationships that you have with people. First you love them, now you hate them, and you were so in love with them then, and then 2 years later you want to, how can I off them and hide the body? That's not love. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks as well that you are changeless. You are changeless. Nothing about you changed. Give thanks that the story that we read about Adam and Eve is a metaphor and that we are very happy that something we did cannot change our essential nature. It makes sense. How can something you do, eat a fruit, make a sin, I don't know. How can something you do change your essential nature? It can't. And you know this. Give thanks as well that you are changeless, for the son he loves is changeless as himself. The child of this universe, all of us, the children of this universe, were changeless. What does that mean? It means your energy. What does that mean? You are love energy, and love does not change. It doesn't wax and wane. It is changeless. It is infinite. Be grateful you are saved. Ooh, I'm saved. From what? From our own minds. Be glad you have a function in salvation to fulfill. Yes, I do have a function in salvation to fulfill, and I will get up to fulfill my function. Be thankful that your value far transcends your meager gifts and petty judgments of the one whom God established as his son. Now, you have been established as a child of God, child of the universe, and we know that the Mayans call us cosmic roots. We are literally the roots of the cosmos. Human being. That's what it means in Mayan. Mayan word for human being is cosmic roots. So you are literally the children of the universe. Your composition of your body is the same as stars, stardust. We literally came from the stars. We literally are children of the universe. We are birthed in source from the quantum field. And we're trying to convince ourselves that we're some petty little being walking around that just happened. Well, my mama and daddy had sex and they told me I was an accident. How could that be possible in this great, vast, wise universe that never made a mistake in the history of the universe? How could that be possible? Stop it. Those are petty judgments of yourself. You have infinite gifts, and be thankful that now we're aware of our value and that it far transcends all the petty things we were doing for ourselves, and have the knowing, not the pride, simply the knowing who you are. That's all you need today. In gratitude, We lift our hearts above despair. Thank you, Spirit. And raise our thankful eyes. Thank you, Spirit. No longer looking downward to the dust, just trudging around, a sinner, born in sin, gonna die in sin, whatever. No, that story is over. The little worthless, valueless self we have made is gone. We burned it for all of us in the fires at the Quantum Leap Dubai retreat. In the desert, we tossed it all into the fire on the eve of the new moon and burned it to indistinguishable, to a crisp, and destroyed it even beyond a crisp. We burned it into oblivion and destroyed it, and in our ritual turned our backs on the fire and never looked back. It's gone, and we burned it for everyone here too. So if you were anywhere and you're hearing this, we burned it for you too. It's all gone. All of that is gone. Be thankful. Don't look down to the dust. Crowns on heads, heads to eyes to the sky, and thankful recognition of who you are. We sing the song of thankfulness today in honor of the self, capital S self, that God has willed to be our true identity in Him. You have a true identity in source, and that identity is that you cannot come from source, which is perfect, whole, complete, love, and not be perfect, whole, complete love. You can't come from a Japanese mama and a Japanese daddy and be 100% Black. It wouldn't happen. Now we know all this on the third dimension, as above, so below. You know that you look like your parents. You know that the genealogy is in there. Why wouldn't we think that we have the divine genealogy? We all said that are here, we all said that we are children of the divine. Why wouldn't we have God's DNA? Why wouldn't we have the perfect DNA of source? Why not? Today we smile on everyone we see. You're not mad at anybody today. Why? Because you devoted the day to thankfulness. You can't be thankful and mad at the same time. So today, beloved, I am very happy to tell you that you cannot be mad at anyone today. You can't get irritated today. You cannot have any moments of exhaustion today. You cannot have any sad moments today, despair. You can't be depressed today. You cannot be unruly today, just all over the place. You can't be confused today. Why? Because we already agreed that we devoted this day to thankfulness. We devoted this day to happiness. And we can't be thankful and sad and depressed at the same time, because it says we're going to be thankful. We're lifting our eyes to heaven. We're being thankful. We're going high in our vibration and in our awareness. Therefore, you're going to smile on everyone we see and walk with lightened footsteps as we go to do what is appointed us to do. And when we pray that prayer today, what would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? When we pray that prayer and we receive our answer, it's okay to be still until you receive your answer. And receive the answer, you're going to get up and you're going to go with lightened footsteps. We're going with lightened footsteps, happy to do what's appointed for us to do. We do not go alone. You don't go alone anywhere you go. And we give thanks that in our solitude, a friend, capital F, a friend has come to speak the saving word of God to us. And thanks to you for listening to him. His word is soundless. If it not be heard, you got to listen for the voice for God. Don't let it be soundless. And thanking him, the thanks are yours as well. An unheard message will not save the world. An unheard message can't save people. We're just walking around oblivious, don't want to meditate, don't want to sit still and listen, don't want to be with the friend, the voice for God within. The voice for God. We all have it. People call it different things. We all have it. Your gut, your intuition, we all have it. We all have the true North Star inside that says, go this way. It's the still small voice, they call it. An unheard message will not save the world, however mighty be the voice that speaks, however loving may the message be. It could be loving, it could be mighty, it could be powerful. This voice has the power and the ability to save the world, unless we don't hear it. Thanks be to you who heard. For you become the messenger. You heard it. You heard the voice. You heard the voice of love. You heard the voice of God speaking to you. Go this way. Go this way, beloved. This way, beloved. Still, beloved. Move, beloved. Pause, beloved. You hear the voice. It's speaking to you. The Course says there has never been a moment that the voice of God has not been speaking to you. It's speaking to you right here, right now. It speaks to you in your dreams. It brought me such a powerful message in my dreams. I woke up at 3 a.m. and I'm just writing out the dream. It was so astonishing. And I know that happened because we just came from Quantum Leap Dubai, because all the retreats are time release. You're going to still keep experiencing them even after they're quote unquote completed. An experience of spirituality is never completed. Thanks be to you who heard. If you heard, thanks. For you become the messenger who brings his voice with you and lets it echo round and round the world. You heard the voice, and now you're going to let the voice echo round and round the world. You heard the voice, and now you're going to allow the voice to echo round and round the world. Receive the thanks of God today as you give thanks to him. Receive the thanks of God today as you give thanks to Source. Can you imagine God is thanking you for hearing the voice? It said, receive the thanks of God today. Would you think that that would be a blasphemous thing to say? You would be called a heretic if you said that in some circles. Yes, God just thanked me for listening to the voice. God thanked you. Yes. Receive it. Receive the thanks of God. Can you imagine the goddess is thanking you as you are giving thanks? Remember, we say give and receive are one and the same. That's what the Course showed us. Give and receive are the same. For he would offer you the thanks you give, since he receives your gifts in loving gratitude and gives them back 1,000, 100,000 more than they were given. This voice for God, it is speaking to you. It's receiving the gifts of your thankfulness. It's giving you thankfulness. Can you imagine God through the voice is thanking you? He will bless your gifts by sharing them with you. And so they grow in power and in strength until they fill the world with gladness and with gratitude. Your gifts, every moment, every gift you give of your heart, of thankfulness, gratitude, pouring out, appreciation. This day is devoted to gratitude. This day is devoted to thankfulness, being thankful we got saved. Ooh, sincere thanks. Imagine that every time you do that, it is being multiplied. Multiplied. These are your gifts to the universe. Your gifts to the universe are being multiplied, and they are being carried around the world, and they are filling the world with gladness and with gratitude. Receive his thanks and offer yours to him for 15 minutes twice today. We will have our first 15-minute thankfulness meditation at the conclusion of this reading of lesson 123. So it says, receive his thanks and offer yours to him for 15 minutes twice today. And we know that these are our morning and evening practice. We do 15 minutes in the morning today in our meditation, 15 minutes in the evening in the hour that you go to sleep. And you will realize to whom you offer thanks and whom he thanks as you are thanking him. This holy half an hour given him, this holy half an hour given to the voice for God that is speaking to us and sharing our gifts and multiplying our gifts. This 30 minutes, can you imagine 30 minutes? It's a holy half an hour. That's all. Will be returned to you in terms of years for every second. How many seconds are in 15 minutes? Let's do the math. Well, I'm going to do it right now. We have a calculator. Yes, my former financial advisor self is coming out right now. 15 times 60 equals 900. 15 minutes. Each minute consisting, of course, of 60 seconds. That is 900 seconds. And it says, this holy half an hour given him will be returned to you in terms of years for every second. That means you will gain years from this lifetime, other lifetimes, years for every second. That means 900 seconds. That's more than 900 years. And at least it's 1800 years. At least that's 10, I don't know, well, that's 20 lifetimes. 10 lifetimes at 180. And you might have been living back in the day when they lived for 900 years. People lived a whole lot longer than they do now. But then when we had some interesting changes to our DNA and the telomeres, then we began to live 90, 80 to 90, 100, 120, 140 max, even though there are some who've been able to go beyond that. There is a sage and a yogi that they say lives in China who's over 300. You probably could go over that yet. For most people, it's sort of between 80 and 120. So we're talking lifetimes. You can recoup from 30 minutes, half an hour. As a matter of fact, I did half of that because 15 minutes. And I really should have done 30 minutes. So you're talking 1,800 seconds and at least 3,600 years, possibly 7,200 years. Do you know how many lifetimes we're talking about now? That could be 1,000 lifetimes. They say Christ lived 2,000 lifetimes before he became the Christ. In other words, power to save the world eons more quickly for your thanks to him. That this is supercharged power to save the world much more quickly. We don't have to wait years. We don't have to wait at all. Everything can be done now. Receive his thanks. And you will understand how lovingly he holds you in his mind. You are being held so lovingly in the mind of God. You are thought in the holy mind of God that never left its source. Woo! How deep and limitless his care for you, that the care of this universe for you at every second, it is giving you everything you require in every second. It is taking care of you. It is feeding you. It is healing your body. It is clearing your mind. It's cleansing your system. It is taking care of you emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. It is taking care of you on every possible measure that we could possibly measure. And it is taking care of your infinite self as well. There's quite the story in one of the pseudepigrapha books that we covered in our Christian Witches podcast, Christian Witches Rooms, about Adam. And what happened when Adam died? It was quite the spectacle when Adam died. It was quite the spectacle in heaven and on earth. A lot of things happened when Adam died. And you probably want to read these stories of what happened when Adam died. Well, the part of the story that I'm going to tell you about in this moment to underscore how deep and limitless his care is for you, how perfect his gratitude to you, that in the stories of Adam when he died, it was such the occasion that literally it said two Negroes were standing there. And the Eve asked Seth, who are the two Negroes? Because Seth had this supernatural vision. He was sort of the replacement for Abel, so he could see a lot of things that other people couldn't see. And he was like this very divine, just this very supernatural kind of being. Seth is just this extraordinary being. And so he knew these things, and like the angels were talking to him and all these kinds of things, that he knew a lot of things that his other brothers and sisters didn't know. And so Eve asked Seth, who are the two Negroes? It literally says Negroes in these books. They're shocking. And when she, you can read this all at pseudepigrapha.com, pseudepigrapha.com. I talk about it all the time. Look for my videos about, Christians you've been lied to, and about the lost books of the Bible and all those ancient mysteries that I love peering into that they tell you not to look at. Well, in this particular story, she asked him who were the two Negroes, and Seth told her this was the son. These two Negroes, these two figures here that look like Negroes to Eve. I don't know how Eve got the concept of Negroes. I don't know. There's a lot of strange things in these books that I can't really tell you. Anyway, I'm just telling you the story. Okay, I'm just reporting the news. And Seth told Eve, this is the sun and the moon blacked out because they lost their light at the death of Adam. Because remember who Adam was in this story. Adam was created by God himself. and formed out of the ground, the dust, right? As God, by God's own hand. And I know this sounds very strange, but Reverend Val says a lot of strange things. So please do share this with anyone and everyone, people in church. Everyone is free to read these stories. Just read them. You can come to your own conclusions. I don't offer conclusions. I'm not here to tell you how to think. That's not my job. My job is to inspire. And I pray that I inspire you to read, to research, to meditate, to open your eyes, to awaken. Hey, if it works for you. If it doesn't, hey, just hang out here and enjoy the earrings, because I'm going to bring a different pair of earrings for you every day. Because someone told me, Reverend Val, I think people come to some of your videos just to see what pair of earrings you're going to wear every day. Great. I mean, I love earrings. Well, when Adam died, it was such, this was, the angels were wailing and crying, and this was made by God, and this is, they couldn't fathom death, because supposedly this was the first death ever. They couldn't fathom death. They didn't know what to do. The angels were so all to pieces. It was a whole lot going on. It was a lot going on. And the planet stopped, and then there was the darkness, which is a familiar aspect of the story, because in the Jesus story, when he died, there was also the darkness that fell across the whole earth for when he gave up the ghost, right? And the temple curtain was rent in two. The curtain that separates the holy from the most holy, it was written two from top to bottom, just ripped in two, because it was just like, wow. The separation had ended, if you look at it, because the holy and the most holy represent the presence of God, and the holy was like the entrance to the presence of God, and the curtain split and it wasn't there anymore. So there was no separation anymore. But anyway, when they asked God, the angels, what should we do with Adam's body? God gave them step-by-step instructions of what to do, not only with Adam's body, also with Adam's soul. So they took the body to this particular place and cleansed it and washed it and wrapped it, and they had the oils and all these kinds of things. This is very Egyptian in nature, and this all probably came from Egypt, because whole large swaths of the Bible came from Egyptian mysticism and spirituality, and whole other swaths of the Bible came from Assyrian and Babylonian mysticism and spirituality. Anyway, they did all this extreme elaborate. When I say elaborate, this is probably the most glorious homegoing you ever saw in your life. And they had the burial in the Garden of Eden. So they took Adam's body to the Garden of Eden, and the angels hewed out dirt and buried Adam. And then they went and retrieved the body of Abel, who we know Cain killed Abel in the story, right? And Abel's body would not stay buried because it was a crime committed, and the earth and Cain kept trying to hide the body and kill, after he had killed Abel, and he kept trying to bury the body, and the earth told him, I will not receive this body because this was a blood crime, and I'm not going to receive. This is what Mother Earth told Cain, and he couldn't get rid of the body. So the angels took the body and they placed it on a stone, like a mausoleum kind of thing. And I know this story, as I'm saying it, it just sounds so bizarre. I'm telling you what these books say. Now you read them and draw your own conclusions. And so the angels at that time went and retrieved Abel's body to bring it to the Garden of Eden. And Adam and Abel were buried side by side. No one knows where. Why? Because Adam being dead, Adam and Eve, they had 30 sons and 30 daughters, and including the three, Abel, Cain, in addition to the three, Abel, Cain, and Seth, who you know what all three of them stand for. So they had 63 children. So apparently there were 64 people on the planet who, they were all wailing when Adam died. Everybody was, of course, all the kids and everybody was. So at least 64 people, probably way more with grandchildren, children, all that. Well, When they were in the garden, God caused fumes to come from the flowers in the garden that caused everyone to fall into a deep sleep. So no one could see, they all just passed out. So no one could see where Adam and Abel are buried. It became secret. Then the angels, the spirit asked, what do we now do with the soul of Adam? They took Adam's soul to, I believe it was the third heaven. And in the third heaven, there was a lake, the Elysian Lake, I believe it's called. Look it up. And in this Elysian Lake, perhaps it is some kind of lake that is like a purifying or cleansing for your soul. And they washed, God gave extreme instructions, explicit instructions to wash Adam's soul like 3 times in this particular lake, and then to take the soul here, take the soul there, and then the soul is now sleeping until God brings back everyone from the dead. It was such the elaborate story of care. Now, why do I tell you this story right here and right now? Because you must find a way. All these for me, I don't know if any of these things happened. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. What I am receiving from this is that this is a metaphor to show me how deeply engaged in my life, every aspect of my life, my body, my soul, my mind, my spirit, God is, and that God is taking care of everything concerning me and you and everyone. How deep and limitless his care for you, all of us get to tap in today into the deep and limitless care of your body, of your soul, of your mind, of everything, your homes, your children, your businesses, everything. God's care is deep and limitless. And you got to tap into that, because once you do, you're untouchable. I promise you. Remember hourly to think of him. Every hour on the hour, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 a.m., on through the day. Remember hourly to think of him and give him thanks for everything he gave his son. Give him thanks for everything he gave you as the children of the universe, that he might rise above the world. Remembering his father and himself, you will rise above the world. You will be in a place that is untouchable. It was very interesting, all the things that occurred on the road to Damascus, I want to call it. Dr. G would rightly called, she said something very profound. She rightly called the Quantum Leap retreat an initiation. And I have to tell you something, of all the resistance that came up, of all the experiences we had, and all the things that didn't look like we were going, God took care of them all the kids, all the houses, all the money, all the PCR tests, all the QR codes, all the airline tickets, all the food, all. If you don't know of God's infinite care, deep and limitless, tap into it right now and change your whole world. Our first 15-minute meditation is now. We'll meditate on God's deep and limitless care for us. 15 minutes. We will meditate on being thankful. I thank my Father for his gifts to me. I thank my mother for her gifts to me. I thank the universe for its gifts to me. I thank the quantum field for its gifts to me. I thank Buddha and Buddha nature for its gifts to me. I thank Allah for his gifts to me. I thank Kuan Yin for her gifts to me. I thank Olodumare for his gifts to me. I thank Lord Krishna for his gifts to me. I thank Christ, Holy Spirit, for their gifts to me. Give thanks. Give thanks that we have been rescued from the little self we thought we made to escape from the true self we are. Give thanks we have been rescued from our own littleness, sadness, fear, worry, doubt, guilt, everything, sin, everything that has to do with the little self. Give thanks. We have been rescued from this. Devote this day to Source, thankfulness to Source for all the gifts of Source. Breathe and give thanks. See the thanks pouring from your heart center. True appreciation, gratitude, love, for the love, for the care. See it, feel it, experience it, know it. You can never be alone, you can never be left. You're not little. You're not a human. You're far beyond all these. You are an infinite thought in the infinite mind of God. Energy. Pure love energy. Pure light energy. Give thanks. Offer vast and great appreciation. Know that you are loved with an everlasting love, an infinite love, a forever love. No worries if you haven't found a lover on the earth plane. You have a forever lover within. You have a forever lover. Know it. Remember, we have dedicated today to love and thankfulness, gratitude and appreciation for the gifts we've received. Remember, each second brings us years. Each second yields us years. Give thanks. and receive the things of your Father. Give thanks. Tell yourself, I'm thankful for God's gifts to me. I am thankful for the goddess's gifts to me. I am thankful for the universe's gifts to me and to all. Breathe and feel the things. Breathe. Offer the gratitude. Willingly, we've been saved. You are saved and you can save. You are healed and you can heal. Offer thanks for freedom. We've been made whole by our remembering who we are, by our willingness to give up the little self we made. We thought we made it to replace the true self, which could never happen. Give thanks and relax because you remember you rest in God. I rest in God. Remember and give thanks. Give thanks for 123 days together of A Course in Miracles. Give thanks. God is doing all of this. Source is causing all of this to be. We give thanks. Give thanks. Devote this day to gratitude and appreciation. Devote yourself this day to being thankful and receiving God's thanks. Meditating on the lesson for today. I am thankful for God's gifts to me, to all. Being clear that the gifts of God are granted to all. We receive them. remembering the voice for God within, remembering it has a message of love and freedom to bring us and truth, and that an unheard message will not save the world. We must hear the message. We give thanks that we hear the voice. We give thanks for the voice. And we give thanks that we hear the voice and that we act on the voice and that we indeed are fulfilling our role in God's plan for salvation. The voice is telling you what to do. You get to jump up with a lightened heart and lightened steps and do it. Execute. So thankful. Appreciation. Appreciation. Gratitude, thankfulness will give us insights into what we've already received, which is vast. How much have we received in 123 days? Yes. This day is devoted to gratitude and to love, thankfulness and appreciation. Now we have been saved from our concept of the little cell. And our 15 minutes of our meditation is complete. And we give thanks. Oh, we give thanks. Oh, we give thanks. There's so much to be thankful for. And now we're going to look at some of the comments on YouTube before we go to the discussion on Clubhouse. Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. God day, God morning, God morning, God morning, fam. Everyone, God morning, God morning. Amir Otto, God morning, God morning. Love always, the Broadways. Princess Lee. Princess, how you loving, how you loving? Who's her namaste live? Beautiful. I give thanks always, forevermore, always. I'm a son of divine source. Yes, indeed. Thanks for today's lesson. Beautiful, Reb. Aurora Day. How you loving? Rosa J. Hodge, Mama Rosa. How you loving? Who's our namaste life? Gratitude, love, care, experience the energy of purity, peace, prosperity, bliss, and love. Remembrance and appreciation are master keys, aren't they though? Oh my goodness. Joan, grateful for you, Rev Val, for sharing your blessings with us. Forever grateful. I love you. I love you. I appreciate you. And if you love this, please share. You know the drill. Well, look, we're not looking for millions of followers. We're looking for millions of engagers, millions of ascenders, billions of engagers. So engage with the content. That means when you watch this video, tap a like, tap a share, all those wonderful things. Engage, comment, and show us and tell us, how is it working for you? How are you using Course in Miracles, and what is it doing for you in your life? Now we're going to go over to our discussion on Clubhouse, where we have all these beautiful, beautiful beings in the room. And we're going to end our live stream on YouTube. I freaking love you. And I will see you tomorrow. So happy to be back with you live from Miami. Have a beautiful day. Mwah! Peace. Hop on over to Clubhouse if you desire. Valerie